Hello, people. Want to talk to you about a couple things. First of all, during my travels, uh, I haven't been feeling well. So, when you get to my age, you got to take your health very serious. Being involved in this insanity puts a lot of pressure on you. And so I wasn't feeling good at all. So I went to the hospital and they gave me this heart monitor right there. And I got to wear that for 7 days and carry this stupid thing around right here that keeps your heart impulses and stuff. And if I feel sick, I have to go right to the hospital. So let me show you this. Don't get old, people. It sucks. You see, and that tells me how long to keep it on. They had me scheduled originally for a few days. I don't want to tell you how many days. That's not a big thing. But I got to wear that. And I'm kind of lucky I didn't fly because if I flew, they said it could have been worse. And if you're in the ear, you can't get help as quickly. So I got to head back home. I have so much stuff on Anthony on Monday. And what I'm going to do is release it in a video, all the stuff that's been found. It's a lot of stuff, too. A lot of research by 3 different people. But I was told that Anthony Ramundi's doing really bad, too, physically, and did not look good himself. Actually, I'm lucky I'm able to get around and stuff. In general, my health was good, but getting involved in the travel was not a good idea. And I also like to talk about something else. The mob genre is done, people. We all got to figure out what we're going to do. But this stuff now, we're at families. Um, Listen, I'm not sticking up for nobody here. I think FBS is not a very nice man, especially when someone goes after him and does what he's done. Um, he's done a lot of bad things, and the chickens have kind of come home to roost now because the trolls are controlling certain people, and people do what these trolls tell them to do. The biggest mistake that we made in this is letting the trolls get involved in our shows. And so now we're in a genre that is totally controlled by trolls. And they literally taken over. And when you think about it, and the tax is so brutal. But if I'm supposed to feel sorry for people being brutalized, that people worried about their families being talked about, when you get on here and you talk about me as a father and as a person continuously every night, and then you get attacked and they bring your family into it and you're mad, you started all this, dude. As for other people getting involved in it, stay the fuck away from it. I mean, I don't want no part of this, man. None. What am I doing? I'm too old for being doing this shit. I'm just going to drop videos. And if people want to stay with my channel, fine. But I'm not going to be part of this destruction. I mean, now we're just getting ugly with each other. I mean, super ugly. And I'm guilty. I got caught up in this stuff. But you see what it does to your health, people? This is what it does to your health. You younger people, do you think this is normal? Think about it. First, let's talk about the trolls. Do you think it's normal that these trolls, this is all they do in their life? This is it. They basically go around telling people what to do. They'll put their claws into people and control. And if they can't control enough, then they'll turn on you. Trolls have absolutely no faith in nobody. Trolls in general are basically mentally ill people that are on here. Think about what they're doing every day. They're on here every day, turning the outcome from one spot to the other. And then we have new people that come in here and they try to benefit from these battles we're having. When I started this, I remember it was myself, FBS, a couple other people, MRE. And this is where Angel was right. It was fun at that time. But when it starts affecting your health, you got to say to yourself, should I even be doing this shit? Or maybe the lives are too much. I mean, if you're on here doing lives every day, you got to question what type of life you have. Is your life that empty that you can just attack people all day long? And I think about it. I had a good relationship with my son when this started. And now my son doesn't talk to me. Just because I started this channel up, then things escalated between us. So, we're getting people involved. We're getting our wives involved. We're getting our children involved. We're getting everybody involved in this stupid shit. For what? A few fucking dollars a month? Is it worth it? I should have just dropped videos on mob stuff. I get caught up so much in the views or the subs instead of just having fun. Anybody that thinks this is fun has got to get their head checked, because this is not fun. This is crazy. Some people keep it fun for their shows. You see the OC shorts and people like that. And then you have these nut jobs like who Tony Southflow comes in and fucking jumping up and down like a madman, insulting people, and just in general, these people just showing up out of the blue. Is this what you want, people? Think about it. Is this what you want to be known for? These shows. God works in mysterious ways. I'm heading toward a man to slaughter him. Literally. To bait him. And dig up all the dirt. I found so much dirt in this guy. But is it the right thing? If people are stupid enough to believe him, oh well. People are that stupid. I like my life up until YouTube. Sure, I made some mistakes. And, I can't even talk about my incredible life because people think of me as like this invention, like this ultimate dirtbag, kidnapper, guy that steals money from his kids and robs credit cards from the woman that he once cared for very much. That's how people look at me because of a created. People look at, like, say, FBS as this certain person. No one even knows who he is. Or they think that he's that evil guy that comes on attacking people every day. I don't think he's that guy. But if that's what he wants to do, if this is what he wants to do, good luck. Us as people, we have the responsibility for our own lives. What the fuck am I doing? 61 years old and I'm playing this fucking game with you young people? Is this what our generation, is this what the future's about? Is this how people in their 30s and 40s act? Running around as trolls? Mothers and fathers with children and you're running around as trolls? That sounds kind of sad to me. It really does. Then yesterday I'm watching and I'm thinking to myself, what should I, this is weird. Then I started getting, sick and nauseous and not feeling good at all. And luckily I went to the hospital and I took care of it. They told me my electronic part of my heart wasn't working. They gave me an EKG and it wasn't working correctly. Then they gave me some medicine and then they gave it to me. Then your heart's an incredible machine. It's like your brain. And if it's even a little bit off, it could be deadly. So it took to the third EKG for them to see that it was normal balance. So luckily they didn't figure they had to keep me and I didn't want to stay. I want to be with my dogs. I want to be in my home. And here I am having to get better in a freaking hotel room. Imagine that, being on the fucking road and dropping dead because of this insanity, because I got this hard on for this fucking guy. And then I find out that he could barely move and he's sick as hell. And he is flying across the country. You can't make this shit up, people. We don't belong in, certain people don't belong in here doing live shows, getting involved in this shit. And if we're going to stay involved in this shit, someone's going to drop dead. And I don't want it to be me. So if this is what people choose. I seen Angel came on the other day and said that she almost quit this. We may have our different, Angel, but we're the same age. And I can understand where you're coming from. I really can. So you're not going to see me getting involved in this crap. That's it. I'll put up videos. I'll do a live once in a blue moon. But I'm not going to continue doing this. And destroying, excuse me, and destroying people's lives because they said something bad about me. I've had everything bad about me done. During this whole thing with Ramundi, people that said they were my friends were talking to Ramundi. So this is who we are making ourselves as human beings. Like, we have no loyalty. None of us are friends to each other. So let's take that friend crap away. Like, if one person pisses off the wrong person, then that person's who you thought you were friends with, their group of people, are no longer your friends. That's a big fucking word, friends. Let me tell you what a friend is. I met, when I was growing up, I had a really good friend. His name was Billy. Weightlifter, bodybuilder. He became a bodyguard. And he broke a lot of heads and worked for some very mean people. And for 30 years, I was looking for him. And then a couple days ago, his wife sent me a message through Facebook that said, "Are you Lee Cole?" And I said, "Yes." She goes, "Well, my husband's been looking for you for 30 years. And then she had the phone number there, and I called him up. And for the first time in 30 years, my best friend ever, I'm talking to him on the phone. And it turned out that he had a bad car accident, could not think no more. I mean, he lost his brain had to be re-energized, let's say. And, I was told that the only name he didn't forget was mine. And, those are the things that are supposed to mean a lot, not this shit. Getting back to Anthony Ramundi, that's another thing. I found out how sick that man is, and he's running around doing this crap. He's going to leave this earth as a miserable man. Is that the way you want to leave? People need things to happen to them. And talking to my friend for the first time in 30 years, I was so concentrated on doing this crap right here that would happen. Look at me now. And these studios and shit, they don't care. You got these guys running around. You got all these rats running around doing TV shows. Think about it. I'm watching all this shit the last couple of days, and people running around, friends, smiling and laughing, and they were responsible for putting people away because they could not handle it when the time came. I'm going to definitely look at the way I do things. And I'm going to just suggest to people you do the same. Because if you want to live like this, you go right ahead. I'm done with it. I refuse to do it. I refuse to get on here and have people tell people I'm someone I'm not. I kidnapped a woman. Then I spent the next several years with that woman. No one even knows the story. They never even bothered to read the article. They read the headline. And then I had trouble with my son. Don't we all have trouble with our kids? Isn't that what parents do? They have trouble with their kids. I have 3 kids. They all are good kids. They never dove into drugs and drinking. Never did I get that call from the police department. They all have good partners. They all have a child. Each one has one child. And they all got good lives. They own their own homes. They all done better than me in life. And isn't that what's the most important thing, that our children do better than we do? Or if we fuck up, we use those fuck ups as a way to teach our children? I mean, I would think that would be it. But instead, we choose to come onto this insanity and bring our families into this. If you want to bring your families into this and continue this, and go right ahead. But we all have a choice here. Think about what you're doing and whether it's the way you want to be. And listen, I'm not trying to preach, but sometimes things happen to you. Do you know I could have wanted an extra day of doing this crap? I could have literally dropped dead arguing with Anthony Ramundi. Imagine giving my life for Anthony Ramundi. Unbelievable. Stolen valor and everything like that. Anthony Ramundi has to answer to a bigger and higher power than us. I know some of you don't believe in that. That's your business. But I really feel that way. And when I got to go meet my higher power, I don't want my higher power to say, hey, wait a minute, weren't you the guy on YouTube? Weren't you the guy saying all those fucking mean things to people? I was listening to FBS, and he was talking about, don't you mess with my daughter, I'll come after you. And I'm thinking to myself about all the shit he's done to people. And I'm ready to dive into it. And I said, fuck that. He's got to deal with it. Joe, you got to deal with this shit. You guys want to keep that shit going, you go right ahead. But these trolls got their clutches in all these. They got their clutches in good. Can you imagine being a guy in the street and you come onto YouTube and then you let these trolls get their clutches into you? And you're a tough guy in the street and shit. You know what I see? And this is what Chris is guilty of. Sometimes I'll be watching his show and people will say things in his chat room that I have not said, things I have not done. And then Chris will read it and start getting mad and talking about it. That's what I'm talking about, Chris. That's how the trolls control you. Those are trolls doing that. Those people you think are your friends are not your friends. Half of them are trolls. So I'm going to take my health a little more serious, take my home life a little more serious, enjoy my animals a little more. And whatever happens in my personal life, relationship-wise, happens. But if I continue being this horrible part of YouTube, this is what I will become, and I don't want to become this. I want to be happy in the morning and smiling. When YouTube makes you sad at home, and it fucks with your head, and you guys know it's doing it to all of you. Now, we have people being blown apart in the Ukraine. We have military men coming home without no arms and legs, horrible things. I remember when my children were in the military and how I used to worry about them and wondering where they were and whether they were coming home. That was the worst feeling that a human being can have. And I'm supposed to act like YouTube can do that to me? Hell no. Nope. So you guys continue your shit here. I'll be popping up every once in a while. I'll be putting up some videos and stuff. I hope you stay my subs. If you don't want to, I understand. But I'm no longer going to be part of this insanity. This is not normal. This is not good for us healthy. It's just mentally, physically. Look at me, 61 years old, and I'm sitting in a motel, with a heart monitor. Because I'd rather sit in a motel than be around people. And that's not good. That's not good at all. To find you dead in a motel someday. I got some life left in me. And I want to take advantage of that. And YouTube is not going to be what helps me take advantage of anything. As for Anthony Ramundi, all the evidence we came up with, I got to think about it. Anthony Ramundi is a very sick man. Probably doesn't have long on this earth. And he's done a lot of bad things. The man's a hustler. He's been hustling his whole fucking life. You could say what you want about Anthony Ramundi, but there's one thing that we do know about Anthony Ramundi. The motherfucker is one hell of a hustler. That's for damn sure. He has all the traits of a gangster. He may have exaggerated being a gangster, but he has all the traits of a gangster. He has all the traits of the guy's probably seen more money than most of us have ever seen in our life from hustling. His whole life has been a hustle. You know, in a way, you know, I get mad at him, especially for the stolen valor. But you look at the shit he's done and the people he's hustled and conned, you know, then you find ignorant people like Vlad TV that will put anybody on. And like, I was watching some of Anthony's videos from Facebook, and all these people kept showing up on Vlad. And in early videos, Anthony was bitching about it. He was bitching about people being on there. And he pressured Vlad TV to the point where they finally took him on. That's a hustler. So Anthony Ramundi, if I was you, I would just lay the fuck off the military shit. just admit that a lot of it was bullshit and stick to your other game. You're hated because of the stolen valor. That's why you're despised by a lot of people. As for the other shit, no one cares. God works in mysterious ways, people. And I can't talk to you more than this today, as serious as I can be as a human being. If you continue to see me act like an animal on here, like we've been doing, then I don't deserve to have you watching me. If you got to say to me ever again, this is about mafia content, not this drama shit, unsubscribe from me. I really don't need you. Because why would you want to watch my drama? Why would you want to watch this fucking drama on here? Because it's all it is. We got this dude, SoFlo, comes on here, and he has a show based on drama and running around acting like this hyper insane man. And then, think about these new people coming on here, and they're looking around saying, you mean all I got to do is go act crazy and I could be on here? And that's what they're doing. They're acting crazy. Okay, people, listen. I appreciate everything. I appreciate you people that have subbed to my channel because you like my content for real. If you came on here because you like the fighting with people and stuff, you don't really need to be here. You got to ask yourself, why are you looking for that? There's certain people I can apologize to, but there's certain ones I can't because they're very mean people. And they got to look at themselves like I'm looking at myself today. So I'm going to go enjoy my life, people. Okay. You all take care. Bye.